වෙලාව පස්වරු 2:40 ඉතින් මේ විදිහට අපි එකතු වෙන Good News Radio Good Volunteer segment එක ආරම්භ කරන්න තමයි සූදානම් වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඔයාලා දන්නවා මේ segment එකට කවුද අපිත් එක්ක එකතු වෙන්නේ කියලා. ශංශිකලා ඉන්න Good Volunteer segment එක moderate කරන්න. ඒ වගේම අපේ Good Volunteer segment එකට හැමදාමත් අපේ volunteers ලා අරගෙන එන කුඩජා සතර පාදනමේ ගරු නිර්මාතෘතුමා සභාපති කුෂල් ගුණසේකර මහත්මයා එක්ක අද අපි බලමු කවුද මැදිරියට ඇවිත් ඉන්නේ කියලා. ශංශිකලා මම ඔයාලට අවස්ථාව දෙනවා මේ විදිහට.
Thank you, Vishmi. Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to the Good News Radio once again. So it's yet another Saturday, and today is Saturday the 24th of January, and we are here from the Foundation of Goodness's Sinigama Center of Excellence. And the time right now is 2:41 p.m. and I hope that wherever you're listening from that you're having a lovely Saturday afternoon. And as usual, we are about to start the Good Volunteer segment. So the Foundation of Goodness, as you know, is blessed to have so many amazing volunteers from many different parts of the world. And today also we have a diverse crowd in the studio today. And to do the honors, we have in studio the founder of the Foundation of Goodness, Mr. Kushal Gunasekara, and we also have our other compeers, Vishmi and Osanda. So with all of them on board, I would like to start this segment, the Good Volunteer segment. Kushal, over to you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sashikala. Good to see you again volunteering on a Saturday. You're also a volunteer. But we have very special guests here today. We have actually 4 of them. This week has been, loaded with those who have come to do some exceptional work to enrich humanity at the Foundation of Goodness, where we are really blessed to have them. Some have been here for 2 weeks, some have been for 3 days, some have been for like 1 week. So it doesn't matter as long as they make a difference and an impact. So today we have with us Rory and Olivia as a couple who has come to work from Australia, but we also have, Villa and Poppy from England. They are gap year students, and they are on their way roaming around for freedom before they get into a more structured college university, right? So they are traveling all over the world, but we are very fortunate to have them here. I must say something about Poppy in particular, because her granddad has been, like a stellar kind of personality working with the MCC and also the Foundation of Goodness to, help us and, enhance our prospects and collaboration and partnership and, keep going. So we owe a debt of gratitude to him, not only because, he was coordinating with MCC, but he's also on his own made some amazing initiatives, especially the preschool, which was actually 20 years old. And I remember coming here 3 years ago and saying, look, your preschool is running out of shape and it's getting outdated, so we need to do something specially. And I said, well, unless you do something, we will further delay. And then he took this on with Port Regis, right? Yeah. Port Regis, sorry, my phone started ringing. Port Regis, and then, finally we had this product, which I think, I'm not sure whether your granddad has seen yet, physically. Yes, virtually, yeah, many photographs. But he's coming here on the 17th, 18th and 19th of March. So he'll rejoice greatly when he sees what he has contributed as well. So I know your family has been here so many times. Your, cousins have, and your family has actually volunteered as well. So we are indeed very grateful. And I think you've convinced Villa to come along. I think you've been good friends. Or whatever, the case, but they have, you have both come here and done some good work. We are very, very grateful, for your time here. And, I always say, including of course Rory as well. Rory got involved with another, colleague or a friend who's brother is one of my closest trustees, Ashan and Sanjeev. So we are grateful to them for introducing the two of you, Rory and Olivia, here to the Foundation of Goodness. So we're really, really very happy. And I always say that volunteering is priceless. This is something that has been heard many times, the listeners, where I'm saying that giving of your time is truly priceless. Unlike anything else, the resources, the funds, the let's say the knowledge, whatever expertise is very easy to give because you can always replace them, but not your time. Time spent cannot be relived again. So from that standpoint, it is something that we are truly honored and very, very grateful to have, because you're also elevating the standards of rural disadvantaged communities as per your expertise in numerous ways. But it's also a two-way thing, right? Because your self-worth is also enhancing whilst you do this, and once you take away the volunteer certificate, the memorabilia, you can rejoice greatly, as I always say, in advancing years. If you have a bad day, you can have this by the side of your bed or maybe desk, wherever. You can look at that and say, look, I did this, and you can make up your mind that I live in the present. I'm so happy that I did what I did, and you can be truly proud of yourself at this age to come and do something so good in grand style. So really, really appreciate your time here. You also have been, also doing volunteering unasked is a very, very superior quality. Anyone can basically give, anything when you ask, but unasked, when you do something, it's a superior deed of compassion. And it's also the hallmark of your character when they cannot repay the favor. And the beauty of life depends on how happy others are because of us, which you have exhibited, all four of you. And the other thing is, I always think that miracles are most times just good people with kind hearts. So thanks very much for being here. I would like to hear from you. Starting, I think Vila is the one who came first, and I think you came before Poppy, so you are more senior than the rest in that standpoint. So I think you might have to say something first and then give over to Poppy, and Sashikala will have some questions as well to ask in between, and also we want to wish you and your career ahead at the university all the best, and may you continue to succeed and flourish greatly to experience more good fortune. And when you become very successful, don't forget the Foundation of Goodness.
Never forget it.
Okay, over to you, Aida.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an amazing experience. Everyone's been so kind, coming in here with a smiley face and being incredibly welcoming. When I started my first class, it was a bit hectic. I think I was with you. And everyone was getting their exam results, and it was really interesting to see what they've achieved. And then also teaching English and seeing the preschool was amazing. That was probably one of my favourite classes to teach, or not teach anything, but just to enjoy being a part of this foundation. And my favourite moment from the preschool was when all the newcomers, like the first year students, were coming in, and they all looked petrified, and they were sussing out what the environment was like, and then we all sat down on the floor, and then the Buddhist monk came in, and we all had to hold a piece of string, every person, and then he said some prayers.
The blessings.
Some blessings, and we all had to hold the string, and it felt like a real community, and and then he took in the string and then wrapped it back around the little piece of wood, and then every person got a piece of string wrapped around their wrist, as I've got on my wrist right now, and apparently it's supposed to give you strength, and that really touched my heart. It was amazing. And it was so amazing seeing the culture and how auspicious everyone is, and eating milk rice, and giving those leaves, and it was so incredible. And then also teaching sport. Everyone's so amazing at sport here. I was so impressed with the standard. Table tennis, incredible. I thought some small bouncy girl just absolutely whacking the ball, smashing me. And then the swimming was really a good experience, because I remember from a young age learning how to swim and learning every single step, from the kicking to the arms, the breathing, and it's all very complicated, but practice makes perfect, and that's why this place is really good, because everyone can come every week and practice and get better.
Just two more areas. He also took you to a very traditional wedding, I think the day after you came. And you were kind of shell-shocked to see all those traditions, and you're taking loads of pictures.
Yes.
And you said your memories, kind of died or something.
I've never experienced anything like it.
But you also went to swim, and what do you think of Sri Lanka as well?
Sri Lanka is amazing. I've loved every minute of it. Everyone's so kind and friendly. Whereas in London, everyone's very stuck to their own life, and they've got they've got a direction to go in, whereas here everyone's very inclusive and wanting to help and ask, how are you? The amount of times I've been, hello, how are you? Everyone's very kind.
Okay, so I did meet her that first day, I think, and in the class, and she looked like she just naturally fit in, So thank you so much for all your effort, and it looks like you've had a great time here with us. So, and I'm sure, like Kushil said, the foundation would like to see you back.
Yes,
hopefully soon.
Definitely. I would love to be here back.
And also your sea swims as well.
My what?
Sea swims.
Yes, my sea swims. Those were a very big highlight. As you say, sleep, swim, and sun.
Yeah. Yes, so we have Poppy as well. Cannot again thank your granddad, Mr. Tom Seabrook, who's done some, incredible work. We are extremely grateful to him as always, and he keeps sending all of you for goodness curriculum.
My granddad is a very good person, and I'm grateful I was able to come here because of him. So I think it's an amazing place, and I'm very proud that he has made such a difference here as his granddaughter.
Yeah, I think he's someone who's stood by us from the beginning, post-tsunami until now. Even now, he was talking to me like two nights ago, and then he was telling me how much he's looking forward to his next visit. And he's still strategizing and, planning how to get us more funding in different areas. So he's very, very special. He's such a lovely person, and he's on top of his work, and also helping the foundation. Is very meticulous in his work. So I'm sure all the grandchildren may have inherited some of his super qualities.
I mean, he loves it here, which is why he spent his 80th, which is amazing because he got to show us the foundation and as well as Sri Lanka, which obviously is his favorite place on the planet. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I also was very proud to show you our game goodness last night, and I'm now wanting to show Vilay as well and get some feedback, because that's what we want to leave like a legacy for kids to play in the future. No one has come up with something called game goodness for young families to get together and play that game, family time, and create games of goodness as opposed to what they learn right now playing games. So that's what the Foundation of Goodness is aspiring to achieve. So and I'm encouraged by your words last night saying that it's a cool kind of concept, and so hopefully we'll get to work on it and more and see what we can achieve.
I think it'll be amazing, especially now with the world, everything's surrounded by technology, so it's important to embrace it and make it safe rather than ignore it. Yeah.
Thanks very much. So I think Wasanda stands out as per his English speaking competency. Your badge is not there saying that I can speak. Yeah, where's your badge? I can speak English and, well, it's okay. Yeah. You left that out, so, you were not sure whether they were going to ask difficult questions from you. Okay. So whom do you want to ask the question?
I will first ask my question from Villa. So you have been volunteering here, and have you traveled around Sri Lanka?
Not yet.
Yeah, but you want to travel around Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So normally, what do you think of the culture and how people try to greet you when you come to Sri Lanka, and some things about that?
Everyone's very kind and friendly, and the culture plays a big part in this country, I've realised. It's quite different from England, where there's lots of different cultures, but not one big culture, I guess. Yeah. And it's not so profound in the country, whereas here everyone's very proud of their culture. And it was amazing seeing, like, at the graduation, all the different at the bridal show, like all the brides' dresses and the different cultures and colours and different, like, even seeing like what the women had created. It was just such an amazing experience. Like the bobbin work, the lace.
Oh yes, the lace weaving.
Yeah,
it's a dying art, but they have actually now got it revived.
So interesting and so like delicate and intricate. And yeah, I just think everyone here is so kind. Yeah, that's a word that sticks with me.
Sashika, do you have any other questions for both of them? And we like to see you return back to Sri Lanka. And now that you can always consider us at your disposal, Foundation Goodness is your second home, and we welcome you at any time with grateful appreciation. I know you went snorkeling as well in the morning, and thanks for all your experiences. It has helped the Foundation Goodness to generate sustainable income as well. Thank you for using the electric tuk-tuk as well. That has also helped us to, gain some. I mean, it's also contributing towards enriching humanity. So, and also your empathy, we are very grateful for, and many, many blessings at this young age to do what you did, and with the Foundation of Goodness. So we are very pleased that you are here, and that when you go back, you will spread the good experience you have had here with the rest of your friends, and hopefully they'll come back as well. I'm not doing any marketing, but I'm actually wanting, all of you to come and, also, I've known so many of your age group coming here being better than they used to be. So you're more content. You have seen how they are so happy with little, and how they basically care and share, and all those experiences. So I think, as I said, it's also, like you contribute to society as well, but at the same time, they have also, I think, probably shown you how to be happy with little. Thank you again. And I think we have Rory. Rory, we need to ask you to say, and we've talked about, I'm not sure what you can say, what your background is, and how do you get to come here. I know through Sanjeev, and what you've done over the week, and how you feel, and why you decided to come and volunteer. Over to you.
Thank you. So originally I hadn't actually heard of the Foundation of Goodness before. Olivia, my partner, and I originally intended to come over to do cyclone relief after Ditwa, and we found out that they didn't need us at the time, but then we got back in touch with Sanjeev, as you said, through a family friend of mine, and he put us in touch with Rashmini at the foundation, and I'm so lucky and thankful that they were organized. They were able to. You were able to organize us to come and volunteer for a couple of weeks, because I was just blown away by all the work that the foundation is doing, and the reach and the variety and range of projects that is available to these people, and then on the other side, their willingness to learn and humility was just incredible, and it really blew me off my feet. Yeah, it was so lucky and fortuitous that we ended up volunteering here at the Foundation of Goodness.
So you've come here, now it's been a few days, right? And what have you been doing? What sort of classes have you been engaging in? And how have you supported the foundation so far?
So we initially came on Tuesday, and we straight into table tennis, which was a baptism of fire, because these kids were just unbelievable. As Willa was saying, they must be 8 years old, and I thought I was pretty good before I walked into that hall, and I just got absolutely pantsed. But it was so much fun, and they were so positive and so happy, and it was really a great experience. It really humbled me in many ways, not just my skills, but also my it was amazing to start with that. Tuesday was into a MS Office class. Not my forte, computers. I tried my best, but it was a bit of a slow process. But it was really enjoyable, and seeing the progression in real time. In many ways, not just my skills, but also my it was amazing to start with that. Tuesday was into a MS Office class. Not my forte, computers. I tried my best, but it was a bit of a slow process. But it was really enjoyable, and seeing the progression in real time. I think it was the second, maybe even the first class. So they were very new, but I could sense some progression of skills even after the 2 hours of pretty mediocre teaching that they.
And they don't have a computer at home.
No,
so,
so it was really rewarding. And then into cricket, which I do have a bit more skill in, and I felt a bit more comfortable. Again, they were very, very good. I think I was coaching 13-year-olds and 15-year-olds, and the skill level was really high. I was really impressed. I did play quite a high level of cricket back in Sydney, and it was right up there. These kids were really good, and obviously so into it. Really jovial. It was a really good atmosphere. So I really enjoyed the cricket experiences. We've done swimming as well. That was fantastic as well. They just love the pool, don't they? It's so nice to see. It's something. Growing up in Australia, I really took being able to go in the water at any time for granted. I grew up on the beach. I used to surf a fair bit, but always pool or beach was right there. And to have this amazing facility accessible to these kids and how much they love it is really heartwarming. Chess this morning was another very humbling experience. Again, I kind of rated myself before I went in there, and then I got decimated on the board, but it was fine. But that was cool to see as well. Really high level. I'm really, as I said, amazed by the diversity of activities that are offered, and the skill level is just incredible.
So you've done pretty much everything across the board.
Yeah,
here.
we've done it. We've got cooking. We did a cooking class as well.
Yeah.
With some special needs kids, which was unbelievable. They were so into it and so perfectionist, weren't they? They really wanted to get it, to nail it. And I kind of did my roti, and I was like, that's good enough. And then they were like, no, come on. That was really rewarding. We've got cooking again next week, so we've got a couple recipes planned.
That's the women's empowerment sector, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So, Rory, you have some Sri Lankan roots here.
I do.
So what does it mean for you to come back after so many years?
Yeah.
And you actually grew up somewhere else, but what does it mean to come back, embrace your Sri Lankan roots, and give back to the community?
It is. It's really. I come back. I try and come back every 2 years, but it's always the highlight of my year, or that 2 year period when I'm back here. I came back growing up as a, holidaying, and then after the tsunami, we kind of pivoted as a family to doing more volunteer work, and we're often based up in Bataclan, Vara in the northeast or the east coast. And then, so now it's been a bit more of that volunteer basis, which has been really nice. And I think every time if I'm welcome, every time I'm back in Sri Lanka, I'd love to come and do a couple of days at the Foundation of Goodness, because it's just so rewarding.
You'll be registered as a Goodness brand ambassador.
Oh wow, I would love that. I'd be honored. I'd be honored.
And so are the two of you. So keep doing some good work with Poppy and Vila. Yeah. So, but a little about your background in terms of expertise and where are your roots from in Sri Lanka?
So my father was a Jaffna Tamil. He moved to Colombo quite early for school, and then he actually went to the UK for university, and then moved to Australia where I was born. But he hasn't lived in Sri Lanka for many years. But he was a proud Jaffna Tamil, but sort of could seamlessly integrate with the Sinhalese as well. Right. We have a massive Sri Lankan community in Australia, in Sydney and Melbourne, as you know. Yeah. A mix of Tamils, Burgers, Sinhalese, it's a really good community. We try and, they are very giving. The Australian based, there's always an eye on Sri Lanka with this community, which is really nice. Right. I'll be really honoured and excited to get back and tell them what we're doing, what you're doing here, and what I did and what we did over the last couple of weeks, but what you're doing here as a whole. And I think something they can definitely all get behind.
Yeah, actually, because your father comes from or originates from Jaffna, I'd like to share that we could be one from the south, that we have gone to the north, and out of our 22 centers, we have 5 in the north. So incredible. One in Jaffna, one in Kilinochchi, one in Mullaitivu, and one in Vaunia. And then we just opened our 21st center in the Delft Island, which is about 1.5 hour boat ride from Jaffna to get there. And it's like an island where there is nothing, like a center where we have actually been able to create. There are about 1,350 families really struggling. So we're very, very fortunate to have done that. So it's also a huge reconciliation effort, because from the south we've gone there and done everything to make those kids excel in life and make better progress. So what we do is we teach kids in the north Sinhalese, and the Sinhalese centers we teach kids Tamil. So we have a huge interaction and exchange programs that we do from the south to the north and from the north to the south. So it's been really, like an amazing journey and incredible feeling of bliss, having done all this work. And 22 centers itself, where 10,000 are studying at this center. So I'm very, very glad that we are in the north and east as well. So hopefully, and especially Delft, like a little island. So I just want you to convey to your dad that you came and volunteered at a foundation that actually bridged this gap and trying to actually do everything we can for mankind in Sri Lanka.
Amazing. Well, it's incredible.
Yeah. Olivia, do you want to say something? I'm sure you might want to add something. And Australia is very close to my heart as well.
She's from Canada.
I'm actually from Canada.
Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. But
is Canada close to your heart too?
Well, the whole universe is kind of close to my heart.
I have this feeling.
I am actually from the Foundation of Goodness.
Yes.
So I had to represent goodness. So, but why I said that is because my 2 daughters have grown up in Australia, and Australia has also been, that's the one country I have traveled the most number of times. I've been there 40 times. So, And, if I take England, probably 20. Yeah. And, I'm very close to the systems in Australia, and because my 2 daughters grew up there, and all of that stuff. But we also have amazing donor network, with the late Shane Vaughan coming here. So, and then you have taken your residence in maybe because of weather.
Yes, a little bit. Canada is very cold.
Okay, but
the experience here has been amazing. I mean, to reiterate what the other volunteers have said, it's really amazing to see the community here as well, giving so much to the foundation. And I think not even just here, but from Colombo, from everywhere. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And just everyone coming together. And you can tell, in Hikadua, in all the areas around, people are really supportive of the foundation because it brings a lot here as well.
Yep.
And that's really amazing. I also was having, I'm a little bit better in computers than my husband. And my experiences were really rewarding in the computer class to see, giving a little bit and then having the students take that and really go the mile with it and really kind of play around with the tools they have, start to see, and especially now we have so much AI technology available to really help you make things more easily. So that's been really special to see. And the dedicated teachers there as well, the dedicated English teachers. Yeah. And even I had a French class with 2 students yesterday. And one brought a whole book. He had been writing all the French sentences himself, and he wanted to practice. So that was really, really special. And I hope I've inspired him to go to Canada one day.
We are very encouraged and motivated and inspired by the number of volunteers we have. Individually, I think for a year we have about 75 volunteers coming and doing work here and around the country. But we also have, as I said, 60 cricket teams and netball teams from UK and Australia coming and playing cricket and netball and doing community aid work too. And also now when we keep a track, because we are very big on our data, so we try to track down everything from the time the tsunami struck, how we have evolved into who we are today. I think from England we've had about 255 English schools coming and playing cricket.
Wow.
The other day it was really a surprise. We had a volunteer, and she came to do some research, and when she went into the ground, it was the school that was playing netball was next to her house. So
Wow.
So these things happen, but even from Australia we've had these 75 schools come. So it's been a mind-boggling experience, really, very truly incredible and really sensational. So we're very, very lucky to have that kind of how the Foundation Goodness has evolved over the years with the community abroad as well as here, and then also the children being given that opportunity, the training, the facility and exposure. So it's been really, truly remarkable. And, all of you come and elevate the standards of, they love to speak to you in English. And I'm always trying very hard to get their spoken English with Sashikala, and the likes of few other teachers here, trying our best to get them to, so last year, I was pushing like for 100 kids to speak English.
Yeah, wow.
They can read and write, but the thing is they never get a chance to speak English as such. So I'm telling them how invaluable it is to learn English. And last year I had a target of 100, but I achieved about 88. From all over Sri Lanka and from our centers, more so from like Osanda from here. And we are very grateful that you come and do one-on-one classes. And I think that 2 of you, Villa and Poppy, also did some major classes. Rory, have you done some English as well? And also Olivia.
Yeah, he was at the English class today.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, but the thing is, our boys and girls, when I actually ask them about speaking English, they say, so we are scared, we are embarrassed, then they say they're shy. Not awesome, they're shy. But the problem is, I think they think that they want to speak English like an Englishman. So, not the Australian accent. Sorry, I was just, I was joking, but, so, it's been, it's
the British accent everyone wants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they don't understand that, you know, different countries have their own dialect. So it's about speaking. It's about trying to, you know, it's unless you keep trying, you know. Yeah. But we can get as many volunteers as possible. But if they don't practice, like practice makes it perfect, right? So that's what it is. But thanks again, really. And I always say the beauty of life depends on how happy others are because of us. So what you have exhibited, demonstrated, it will be stored. You have a bank account in the universe, which you didn't open, but it has been opened by the universe. So you've got a lot of credit coming here. So you can keep topping it up as you go along.
And we come back.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to ask you this last question. And I met thousands and thousands of, you know, foreign volunteers, donors, you know, supporters, associates, and, you know, everyone who's come to Sri Lanka. I've never met anyone not saying that they are coming back again. You know, so I hope it is the same with you. I think the warm-hearted, humane touch that we try to exhibit and demonstrate is the key factor. Always smiling, and, you know, it looks like Sri Lanka is called the, you know, land of smiling, you know, people. So, but can't thank you all enough for being here, giving of your time. That is really, I always try to emphasize, it's hugely priceless. So, and may all the good deeds that you did crown you everywhere, and you know, make you feel, you know, great again. I know in our journey of life, we will always have either praise or blame, joy or sorrow, victory or defeat, gain or loss is going to get to us at any point in time. So what I want to leave with you is that don't be afraid. Nothing is permanent. Everything has its expiry time. So when good things happen, you know, people don't ask why me. But when things go wrong, people always ask why me. So that's the kind of balance that we have to keep as well. But at 18 years, you know, you're looking good. I'm sure you will do really very well in your future. But again, don't forget the foundation of goodness. It's okay. I make you feel, you know, that you have to come back here. Yeah. But Rory, thanks very much again, and really appreciate you and Olivia what the two of you have done. You know, as I always say, you know, all of you come unasked, and to me, that is a very, very special, phenomenal quality that is ingrained as good human. So, at the end, being born human is one thing, but ending up to be human is what counts the most. Thank you again.
Thank you, Kushal, for hosting this session, and of course a big thank you to the amazing 4 volunteers who've been at the Foundation of Goodness for the past few weeks. Thank you very much, and I'm sure your work will live on from those who were fortunate to be educated by you. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end.
And also don't forget that Vila and Poppy are leaving today, and they are going on a tour of Sri Lanka.
Yes, I heard about it over lunch. So hope you have a great time for the rest of your tour, and hope the two of you have a great time the rest of your time at the Foundation of Goodness.
And you're leaving today also to do some tour outside, yeah. So do you know where you're going? To Hirikati? Gaul. Yeah, Gaul is beautiful, and the fort itself is superb, and you love the experience. Yeah. I just thought Hirikati because when I talk to the youngsters, they always say Hirikati.
They're going to Mirissa.
Yeah. Mirissa, is it? They're going to Mirissa. Okay. You should enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the season in the south, so the beaches are very much nicer. So I hope all of you have a great time in your stay here in beautiful Sri Lanka. And that brings us to the end of this segment. Thank you very much for listening in. The time right now is 3:19 p.m. and we will be right back after this quick musical break.